Hello there everybody, it's HeroicLegend here. We are back with Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince. If you recall last time, I said we were going to grind. I unfortunately once again have forgotten to record the changing of the monsters, but I did a lot of hard work and I have some stories to tell from the grinding. So, we're gonna meet the teams now. Both the main party, who's currently in the sub-party for just in case, and the new main party. We're also going to be doing the Monsterpedia now to go through everyone, so it's going to be 6. But first off, James has now become James C, because he originally paired with another monster to become his new form, which is a Belial. Now, I went with this because, like in previous Dragon Quest games, the original monster, the Archdemon, before this recoloring, was known to be a kind of boss monster in its own right, and I figured we should have him on the team as such. He's level 50, I'm going to go into all that in a second. Moving on, Garvandel. Garvandel is a Night Knight, though it's just, it has a bunch of different names, don't worry about it. But, again, previous incarnation, or previous recolor, this is a recolor of it. The new look now is, again, and once again, boss monster. I believe I actually fought this in Tara. So, there's that as well. Billy. Billy is a Hell Gladiator. Once again, went through, I think it was like a Demon at Arms or even something a little bit more scurrier. I do have the guidebook. You know, I'm gonna go look up their names. I was gonna do that previously and write it down. We're gonna look up the names now. So going back to James. James, I believe, in the Demon family. There are some designs here that I kind of wish would return. Gate Guard, aka the Grim Keeper. So much cooler. Oh, my headphones are dying. That's not great. Yeah, the original was Archdemon. Had a rarity of 3 stars. Funny enough, it was a defensive monster with an A in defense, B's in both attack and intelligence, D in speed, lol, D in MP, also lol, and C's in both level and HP. Level meant like how fast it would level up. There were quite a few ways to make this. One being, funny enough, a devil family and a question mark family. Was mostly versed in instant knockout spells. Some water, some fire, some ice, and some wind, and the rest were just hit him. But yeah, funny little dude. Once again, I see most of the designs here, except for one, which I know Jamer was sad about. Duran, which was a cool demon family member. Actually, a couple of them I wish they would bring back. But yeah, those the Archdemon. Next, I know for a fact that this guy was in the Undead family. Speaking of which, there's a couple of designs I see again that I really want back. Let me see. It was originally called the Night Rich. Super beefy boy. With, funny enough, these were all tanks, because the Night Rich actually had an AA for HP, an A for attack, and A for defense. Kind of smart too, so it could have used. It had quite a few fantastic sets too. Pretty annoying to make, because you needed a dead noble, basically the Bone Baron, and any number of interesting monsters that were pretty annoying to get. Almost full 4-star rarity, but it's 3.5 actually. So again, another very rare and interesting monster. And of course, Billy. Billy, originally known as Servant. He also looks pretty much one-to-one with his old counterpart. Again, colors different. But Billy, another 3-star rarity. This one, AA in attack for once, but also A in defense and A in HP. You need 2 Skeletors or Skeletal Swordsmen to make him, which made sense. Gosh, so many cool designs. So many funny designs too. being honest. But yeah, so that was this team, and the only team I'm using the guidebook for because I wanted to talk about it originally. But yeah, all these guys you would see later in the game and or would be a boss monster at some point. I'm actually pretty sure we fought all three of these in Tara. Now, for the new main team. I'll go ahead and just change them around right quick. Oop. The S ranks. General Akira, B. William, and Walter J. Again, all of them adopting the name of a previous named monster. William is now a true Dragon Lord. They gave him agility as a big bonus. I hope that person ends up breaking their very expensive toy, which is that vehicle. I know it's not early in the morning, but if you purposely make your vehicle that noisy, I have no pity for you if it breaks. But yes, he is now a true Dragon Lord. I made him smaller because I thought it would be funnier to have the slime be our big one, which we'll get onto later. But true Dragon Lord, technically this would have been a question mark family, though I believe just like in the previous games, it was made into just a normal dragon to help accommodate it. Moving along to Walter J. Jamer actually had his input on this one as I asked him since Walter J was basically him as an alarmer. I asked him if it was fine if I changed the alarmer up. We went through a lot to make him. You can't see it, but Jamer's alarmer turned into the Iron Tort, which helped make this. And then we made him slightly bigger. They didn't want him being small. Size 50 is nice and okay size too. But yes, he is an uber-killing machine. Funny enough, I believe this was... I think its original thing was like overkilling, and very Akira Toriyama design. I love it. It's one of my favorite, like, material family designs. One eye too that looks to be staring at you. Super fun monster as always. I love them. And then finally, General Akira. This I actually have a very long story about because of everything that went on. I'm going to try to abridge it, but why I wanted a Grandpa Slime. Originally in Tara and across all the games, I wanted a Grandpa Slime because Grandpa Slimes were just funny to me. You got big old mustache, the floofy hair with the crown. You know, I liked them. They were a very comforting looking monster. Look, the mustache even looks like angel wings. How could you not like it? Of course, being a slime family and being very hard to make is what stopped me at every time because I didn't have the patience as a child, and I didn't want to go through breeding after breeding after breeding after breeding after breeding after breeding after breeding just to make it. I did do that for all of you. So you see that General Akira was originally made by combining those two slimes up there. I have a story for you. As we go into the Monsterpedia real quick. So, remember, we're only looking at these 6. We're only doing it because it's the team. Before I do that, General Akira was the longest and the hardest of which I've ever grinded in this game. I believe it took me a total of 8 hours. And a majority of that was spent just for Akira. And the reason why is because I wanted to share with you a team that's kind of a wish fulfillment for me. You can see some of what was needed for that here. So, this guy. King Metal Slimes can only be found in very specific areas on the upper echelon. Part of the reason I went for the Circle of Temperance first was because it's one of the best spots to farm it. The other greatest spot being, I believe, the I can't remember the name of it, but the upper echelon of the Circle of Conquest, right? So, originally, to get levels and such, I had to farm and fight liquid metal slimes, or metabals as I knew them as originally. All metal slime family members have a chance to flee. All metal slime family members are hard to scout, because if you can't damage them, you don't get a chance to. This is where James came into play. If you see here, James has Ultra Crafty Banger, which bypasses, I believe, the metal slime's defenses. Now, I don't know if it's just Ultra Crafty Banger. It could be any Ultra Crafty, but Banger was the one that I had already, so I used that. It was thanks to James that we were able to farm them to gain the levels to start recruiting. Recruiting was the hardest part, because in the normal data, where I had access to the DLC, there's one DLC that I would use to easily get back the monsters, because in there, I could recruit Metal King Slimes without needing to have monsters that bypassed it. What do I mean by that? In short, I could attack them normally, and we wouldn't get the massive XP. In short, I wouldn't get the XP, but I would be able to recruit it and it wouldn't flee. They are still tough to recruit in that regard, because they are still monsters that are coveted, and funny enough, these are what's used to help farm and capture these. Wild, I know. So the grinding began by first trying to take down liquid metal slimes, and then we'd scale up and go after kings. We had the booster on. It was a lot of hard work. And in fact, I think if we go look at the monsters that we have currently, you can see what monsters got like a massive amount of levels. Yeah, so Suga, who has been kept in here for who knows how long, is level 55. Same with Fuego and Gertrude. All the monsters kept in reserve are high leveled right now because of all the grinding we did. Mind you, this is from not being touched. This is from just being in the background. 50s across the board. Nutty. Actually nutty. So that's just to show, like, all the hard work, right? But here's the fun part. So, I didn't think I was going to see the King Slime, and you actually cannot recruit Metal King Slimes unless you're level 60 or higher, I believe. It might be 50, I don't know, but when I was recruiting these, because you need a King Metal Slime for this, and for this, I was just constantly doing loops and checking. I'd check for metal slimes in the middle floor, and then go back to the upper floor to look for liquids and kings, and it was just that process over and over and over and over and over. Going back to Rose Hill. One day the people outside will let the important emergency vehicles pass by without having to play the horns. Today is not that day. But yeah, it was a ton of work. And I had to go through chains. I didn't synthesize, but Jamer helped me figure out how to get what I wanted. A lot of hard work went into this. I'm very low-key tired because of all the work that went into it. But I have stories of triumph. when recruiting the metal slimes. Normally, when you get to them, you gotta save and then reset. I was able to capture King Metal Slimes before the day was over, both first tries. So I was able to get these two with ease. And getting this is perhaps my greatest triumph on this save file. I don't even have a king. I don't think I have a Grandpa Slime. No, I did need one. I had such an easier time on the previous save file because it was so easy to just grab these from the Don Mole. And look how almost filled in the slime family is due to this. It's the highest percentage I have at 73. So yeah, hired. Anyway, let's get into the Monsterpedia. General Akira, the Grandpa Slime. 3 stats in the yellow and 2 fantastic stats. These wise elders of the slime world boast swanky, snowy white beards. Beards? Wait, what? Is that not a mustache? Where would... As sagacious as they are sticky, they have an endless supply of advice to give young slimes. Just like a grandpa. Has the innate talent of Sage, which are all debuffs. I don't know, it's debuffs and buffs. Like a real grandpa looking out. Don't know if I actually left General Akira with Sage. I'll have to check. Has the traits Rando Disrupt, Detox, Magical Moment, if it was large, which it is, a Technical Commander, with Critical Theorist, and Zapmeister. Okay, I will be right back for a moment. Sorry about that, folks. Anyway, to finish off, if the last thing that was General Akira is Zapmeister, he won't be seeing that for a while. At least he has everything else. Part of the reason why I wanted him to be at least level 50 or so. Anyway, moving right along into the dragons. We have, of course, William. William. And William, as a true Dragon Lord, has, unfortunately, 1 stat in the orange, 2 stats in the yellow, 2 stats in the green, and 1 stat that is fantastic. True to form, William remains our tank of sorts. The true form of a lizardly leader of monster kind who once tried to drown a certain world in darkness. Talent, the Dragon Lord. Shared by the previous Dragon Lord, which I'm not going to also have... No, actually, no, that was Sovereign. Oopsie. Traits are Rando Disrupt, Boss's Bane, Rizmeister, if it was large, it'd be a Tactical Commander, with Intimidating, and Close Scrapper. Going back, we're going to just really... Sorry. Dragon Lord, the humanoid guise of the world of the would-be world-ruling Dragon Lord. Though less imposing, he still packs plenty of punch in this form. 2 stats in the orange, 3 stats in the green, in the yellow, and 1 stat in the green. Innate talent of Sovereign. Pretty nice though. Traits are Intimidating, Ultra Crafty Spellbinder, Ultra Crafty Confuser, large, if large, a Tactical Commander, Insult to Injury, Magical Moment. Yeah. You had a bonus one in there, you're welcome. We're doing some of the material family now. Another one that took quite a bit, as you can see. Of course, now it is Walter J, with 1 stat in the red, 1 stat in the orange, 1 stat in the yellow, 2 stats in the green, and 1 stat that is fantastic. Uber Killing Machine. Killing machines made for the single purpose, manslaughter with extreme prejudice. Fitted with an exquisite suite of weapons to wield, it has a tool for any occasion, provided the occasion is murder. Okay, that's actually kind of great. He has Uber Killing Machine as his talent. With the trait, Insta Bounce, Insta Oomph, Insta Buff. If he were large, he'd be a Tactical Trooper. Attacking Impulse, and Desperate Measures. Scurry. Moving on right along into the Demons, where we have, of course, James C. A Belial. 2 stats, unfortunately, in the orange. 3 stats in the yellow, and 1 stat in the green. This mighty demon has risen through the ranks to become an underworld army general. He is inhumanly strong. Few can withstand a pronging with his fiendish fork. Ew, sounds dirty. Innate talent of Heretic. With the traits, Health Professional, shockingly enough, Ultra Crafty Banger, Magical Moment, and if you were large, he'd be a Tactical Commander, with Boss's Bane, and Bang Meister. Bang Meister is something we actually would have wanted on him, but we left it for his counterpart and friend, both of which are right here. Funny enough, Billy is ahead of Gar. It's a noisy day today, what can I say? Coming right back to Billy, the Hell Gladiator. Sadly, 1 set in the orange, and the rest are just yellow. But savage soldiers who will crush anything or anyone who stands in their way into dust with an unrelenting onslaught of blows. Funny enough, I think he has more weapons. He has actually more weapons than the Overkilling Machine. Unless that eye is a laser, in which case they kind of match. But I could also just give it to him because he could headbutt. Anyway, innate talent of Pest Controller, which I believe has a melee attack for every family tree. And then just some pretty nasty ones too. Traits are Sleepy Touch, Ultra Crafty Paralyzer, and Ultra Crafty Sleeper. If you were large, you'd be a Tactical Genius. With Slime's Bane, a big tough guy going after slimes, huh? And Collective Punishment. Finally, for our new teams, we have the Night Knight, Garvandal. With 2 stats in the orange, 3 stats in the yellow, and 1 in the green, this former cruel king once conscripted all of his subjects to construct his hellish kingdom. Now reduced to this monstrous form, all he leads is a ragtag band of zombies. Innate talent of Multidisciplinarian, which is interesting because he only got the 2 arms. Traits are Tactical Trooper, naturally. Metal Medley, which lets him take on metal slimes, liquid metal slimes, and king metal slimes. Rando Muster. If he were large, he'd have Dodge Denier, Critical Sensation, and Desperate Measures. So that is the Monsterpedia and such. We are going to go try our best to get to... Still gotta uncover more of the map, but let's at least see the inside of the dungeon before I end the episode. Actually, because I do believe, I don't know if it takes X ranks or not, but I do have S ranks. I kind of want to try getting an egg just to see if we have a chance of rainbows, but... I wonder if I can see the map. Okay, yeah. This map is a bit more goofy, and you'll see why later. But let's at least see the new team in action before I do anything. Well, before I end the video, because I worked hard. Let's just see if he's good. If it's good. William. Akira. I forgot that Walter also had, well, he also had Kazapple. Flame? Earth. Big damage. Most. Double Zapple from Akira. Hey, we got some level ups. Fortunately, William didn't get one with them. Sad. Alrighty, we got 12 battles left before we stop getting boosts. Gosh, I had so much of a yap session, there were so many interruptions and stuff. Really not much time left in the video to do stuff. So we're gonna see the other team. Oh, they've run from us, actually. Interesting. I wonder if they run with the other team, too. I'm almost certain... Oh, one shot. I don't think we're that higher level than them. I need to see if they run with the main party too. By the way, it's not breaking the rules. I'm just showing you the power of the teams. Different. Where? Oh. Oh Lord, it's another long dungeon. The last dungeons of the game really do like kick it up a lot. Oh, here's a good thing. Are you chasing me? Yeah, you do chase me. What if I change party though? Okay, yeah. So we're still being chased. I think it's just certain monsters get afraid. Or any certain monsters are afraid of other monsters. That'd be kind of funny and thematic too. I mean, if you think about it, the imps definitely have served under at least one of these guys before. Anyway, like I said, we're gonna end it here. Well, thank you all for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, you know what to do. Much appreciate you for doing it. Until next time, I just want to say, laters.